Morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are enjoying quarantine and studying well. So, today I am here to teach you English grammar. It is chapter 13 Degrees of Comparison. Children, in my previous video, I have explained you what are degrees of comparison. You have learned three degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative degree. So now today we are going to do the book exercise. But before doing the book exercise, it's very important to learn or to read what's written in the book, right? So let's start. Unit 13 Degrees of Comparison. Students, you know that we use adjectives to compare persons, animals, or things. So, we use degrees of comparison. So, when we compare one person or thing with another, let's read the following sentences. The Taj Express is a fast train. We are talking about only one train, so we have written fast here, children. The Taj Express is not as fast as the Shatabdi Express. There are many other trains faster than Taj Express, children. Here we are comparing Taj Express from other trains, so we have written here faster. A CFL is more energy efficient than a bulb. Children, we cannot add ER or EST here. Why? Because there are two syllables here, so we have written here more. It may seem costlier than a bulb, but it saves money in the long run. There are many hard-working workers in this factory. People say that Satish is more hardworking than his friend. Children, here we are doing comparison. So we have written here more. In my opinion, Satish is the most hardworking person in the factory. Children, we are talking about all the people in the factory who are working. So Satish is the most hardworking. So we have used here third degree means superlative degree of comparison. So all the underlined words are adjectives. When we don't make any comparison or we want to say that a person or thing is equal to some other thing in some particular way, we use positive degree. For examples, this shirt is white. We are talking about the one shirt. So we have written the shirt is white. It is as white as milk. Children, please notice this as white as. We have to use here adjective. When we compare, is when we don't compare about two things, they are absolutely same. Then we use the positive degree. Iron is a useful metal. Iron is as useful as copper. Children, have you noticed here we have written a because in positive degree we use an article a or an. When we compare two persons or things, we use comparative degree. Examples: this road is busier than that road. Children, here we are talking about two roads we are comparing. So we have written here busier. The Agra fort is larger than the Red Fort. These answers are more difficult than those written by you. Silver is costlier than iron. Children, we have used here comparative degree. Why? Because we are comparing two things here. Children, have you noticed in all the sentences after comparative degree, we have used then, here, here, here. So, you have to keep this in your mind. While using comparative degree, you have to use then. Like in positive degree, we use a or an. In the same way, or comparative degree, you will use then. When we compare more than two people or things, we use superlative degree of comparison. Children, it is the highest degree of comparison. It denotes the highest degree of quality. Example: Mr. Ambani is the wealthiest person in India. Means he is the richest person, children. There are so many people in India, but he is the wealthiest. So we have used here the highest degree means superlative degree of comparison. A tiger is the most ferocious animal. This is the oldest temple in the city. This is the most impressive story I have ever read. Children, have you noticed here? We have used article the. So, in highest degree or superlative degree, we use the article. You already know about the formation of comparative and superlative degree. Let's revise by completing the table. Most adjectives form their comparative and superlative by adding er or est. Children, in my previous video, while explaining, I have already told you that in many words only we have to add er to make it comparative and est to make it superlative degree. So let's fill in the blanks. Bold, bolder, boldest. Small, smaller, smallest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Dark, darker, darkest. Clever, cleverer, cleverest. Number B. If positive degree ends in E, we add only R or ST. Children, that time we omit E because already E is present. So let's fill in the blanks. Noble, nobler, noblest. White, whiter, whitest. Safe, safer, safest. Able, abler, ablest. Now, in C number, when the words end in Y, preceded by a consonant Y, is changed into I before adding ER or EST, like here, happy. Y is here, so it will change into IER or IEST. Let's see. Happy, happier, happiest. Holy, holier, holiest. Silly, silly, sillier, silliest. Dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. Wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest. Let's see T number. When the words end in vowel Y, then we add ER or EST. Simply you have to add ER or EST, like gay, gayer, gayest. Grey, grayer, greyest. Now let's see what is E number. If the word is of one syllable and ends in a single consonant, children, with a vowel before it, then the consonant is doubled before ending E or EST. Just see here, children, G is consonant, okay, and it is of one syllable only. Fine. So, and I is vowel. So, what we have to do? We have to write the last letter once again, like G E R, G E S T. Okay, let's say example, then you will understand. Big, bigger, biggest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. So have you seen here? We have repeated the last letter once again. Everywhere you can see, children. Then we have used ER or EST. Now F number. Adjectives of more than two syllables. We have to add more and most before them, like wonderful. It carries two syllables. So we will not read wonderfuller or wonderfulest. It is wrong. What we have to do? We have to add more and most, like more wonderful, most wonderful. Forgetful, more forgetful, most forgetful. Courageous, more courageous, most courageous. Honest, more honest, most honest. Enjoyable, more enjoyable, most enjoyable. Now, G number. Some adjectives form their comparatives and superlatives in an irregular way. Means which they are not regular. We don't have to add only ER or EST there. We have to change the word. Let's see how. They don't follow any rule, children, like good or well. We write better, best, bad, worse, worst, much or many, more, most, old, older or elder, oldest or eldest, little, less, least, far, farther, further, father, farthest. Now tip of the day. Little is used with uncountable nouns, children. We have learned countable and uncountable noun. Uncountable means which cannot be counted and countable means which can be counted. So little is used with uncountable noun. Few is used with countables. Many is used with countables. Much is not written, but much we used with uncountables. Older and oldest can be used with reference to both person and things. How I am telling you. So When you are talking about your own siblings, then you will say she is your elder sister. Fine, she is elder to you. But when you are talking about some other person who is not your own brother or sister, then you will say she is older than me. Fine, she is the oldest in the class. Okay, the oldest thing like this. See ya. Okay. Elder and eldest are used for the persons only when we refer to the members of the same family. Just now I've explained you. We don't use then after elder children. Elder two. Fill in the blanks with suitable degrees of the given adjectives. Meena is dash than me. Children, can you see here? Then it is written, so it is comparative degree. So what will you write? Older. Aditya is the dash brother of Samrat. Can you see the is written here? So it will be superlative degree. So oldest. Lead is a dash metal. Can you see a is written here? So we use in positive degree. So lead is a heavy metal. Lead is the dash of all metals. Children, we are talking about all metals. And can you see it is written the? So superlative degree. So it is lead is the heaviest of all metals. This answer is very, we are talking about only one answer because it is written this answer. So this answer is very good. We use positive degree. That employee is dash then his colleague. Children, can you see here? Than is written. We are talking about two-person here. So it is comparative degree. So that employee is more hardworking than his colleague. Her bag is dash than mine. Again, can you see here? Then is written. So we have to compare here. It is comparative degree. So we will write her bag is more expensive than mine. He gave an dash performance in the play. Can you see it is handwritten? So maybe it will be positive degree. Let's check the answer. She gave an amazing performance. She was the dash princess. Can you see the is written so superlative degree? So the most delicate princess. I think that I am the. Again the is written. Dash girl in the world. Again the is written children superlative degree. So luckiest. It is dash today, then it was yesterday. Can you see it is written then here? So it means it is comparative degree. So cold will become colder. No one was as dash as. Children, here we are not talking about any comparison. Means two things which are exactly same. So if we will use positive degree, so greedy will be greedy only. The Sahara is the dash desert in the world. Again, we are using the here, children. So we have to use the superlative degree of large. So it will become largest. I am feeling as dash as a daisy. Children, can you see here as is written? So again, we have to, wherever you will find as, see here in all the three questions, it is written as. So you have to copy down all these three things. Why? Because as is always written in positive degree. So I am feeling as fresh as a daisy. He is as stubborn as a mule. He is as slow as a snail. So I hope you have understood the exercise. Let's move forward. We use adjectives to describe people and things. This already you know. We can also compare things and people by using similes. We use positive degree of adjective with similes like we have read just now as adjective as. So we are talking about two things which are just similar. For example, he is as busy as a bee. She is as beautiful as a rose. We know that bee is always busy in doing its work. So we compare him to bee means he is also very busy all the time. So in the same way, we know that a rose is always beautiful. So we compare her beauty to a rose means the girl is very beautiful like a rose. Read some more similes. As big as an elephant, as blind as a bat, as clear as crystal, as cunning as a fox, as delicate as a flower, as fresh as a daisy, as easy as ABC, as white as milk, as alike as two peas in a pot, as black as coal, as brave as a lion, as busy as a bee, as cold as ice, as cool as cucumber, as cute as a baby, and as gentle as a lamb. Let's do the book exercise now. Children, complete the similes. Just now we have read, so easily you can complete it. As easy as ABC. As white as milk. As cold as ice. As gentle as lamb. As brave as a lion. As sweet as honey. As fresh as a daisy. As like as two peas in a pod. As alike. As busy as a bee. And as cunning as a fox. Now, children, error finding. You have to find the error from these sentences, and you have to write the correct answer here. Let's do. She turned as redder as a beetroot. Children, just now we have read that when it is as, we have to write the positive degree. So please underline redder and write only red. Anjana is pretty, but Shruti is prettiest than her. Children, we are comparing two-person. And it is the superlative degree, but we have to write comparative degree. So prettier. Cycling on the highway is most dangerous in traveling by car. Children, again it is written then, and we are comparing two things, so it will be more dangerous. I am tall than her. Children, it is then, so we have to use comparative degree, so tall will become taller. The teacher told me that my painting was very best. Children, should we write very with superlative degree? No, I have told you that we always write the with superlative degree. China is the more populous country in the world. Children, we are talking about world. So many countries are there. So, do we write more here? Should we write more here? No, it will become most. July is the hotter month of the year. Children, there are 12 months in a year, we know. So, we are talking about July. It is the hottest month. We are use superlative degree. He has much money than beans. Children, it is wrong. You have to underline much and please write more uh, because here you can see it is comparative degree, and in comparative degree we use much. Sorry, more. Much is positive degree. We have learned much more most. Ravi is my oldest brother. Children, please underline oldest and write elder. Why? Because when you are talking about from your same family, then we write elder or eldest. Okay, and here we are comparing two-person, Ravi and his brother, so we will write elder. This is the eldest temple in the city. No, for things we write oldest, not eldest. Eldest we will use only with the person. Children, let's do fill in the blanks, and the options are given here, children. Just now we have learned countables and uncountables. Countable means which can be counted, and uncountable means which cannot be counted, right? So let's do. There was a dash milk in the jug. Few, can we write few? Can we count milk? No. So we will write little milk in the jug. I have so many work to do. Sorry. I have so much work to finish. Why? Because we cannot count our work. There can be many work, right? With you. Only a dash questions are unsolved. Children, only a few because it is written only, and we have options many also here. So many means so many things, so many questions, right? But it is written only, so we will write here few. You have shown much confidence. Children, we cannot see confidence. We cannot see confidence we cannot touch. Okay. So it is uncountable. It will not come in countable. So we will write here much. Physical punishment does more harm than good. I have two elder sisters. Again, I am talking about siblings. So it will be elder. Snehit is Jazz, then Aman. We are talking about comparative degree because then is there so taller. He has some or little. Children, little we cannot write. It's wrong. He has some sincere friends. Can you give me a few coins? A little coins, it is wrong, children. Okay. Can you give me options are a little of you. So a little time. There is so much rice in the bowl because we cannot count rice. There are so many participants because participants we can count. So there are so many participants for the quiz. Using the degrees of comparison. Children, here we are going to read few examples. Then we will do the exercise. Read these sentences. Priyanka is as talented as Juhi. She is as honest as Ritu. Here we are using as dash as form with the positive degree to show equality. Just now I have told you, wherever you will find as dash as, it means two things are common. Two things have the same talent or quality. Frame similar sentences using positive degree. Children, this you have to do on your own. Shaurya is as handsome as his father. Only you have to add is if it is singular and are if it is plural, and as here. Like guavas are as cheap as papayas. Amit is as tall as giraffe. Sheena is as proud as a peacock. Now let's see. Second one. Read these sentences. Grapes are costlier than papayas. He is more hardworking than cousin. Children, can you see here? Then is written. It means it is superlative degree. So, let's see. Here we are using then after comparative degree to make comparison between two. Frame sentence. Similar sentences using comparative degree. Let's see. Sneha is more careful than Paras. Only you have to ask is if it is singular and are if it is plural, and you have to write as more careful than. You have to add here more and here then. Akshas is taller than Lakshay. Melons are bigger than apples. Metro is more comfortable than bus. Now, read the sentences. Asia is the largest continent in the world. Rekha is the most graceful actress in film industry. Children, can you see here the is written? So it is superlative degree. Here we use the before superlative degree to make comparison among more than two. Sometimes the is not used with superlative degree. Now, frame similar sentences using superlative degree. Like an ostrich is the largest flight bird. Children, use is with singular and are with plural, and you have to make it superlative degree like larger, large, largest. And please use the before superlative degree. Banana is the cheapest fruit. This is the highest building I've ever seen. Platinum is the most expensive metal. Okay, children, I hope you have understood all the 3 degrees of comparison and you will be able to do book work on your own. Okay, that's all, children. Thank you and have